goal of fear. Here comes Monye! Monye's away! Knockway's quick, but I don't think he's that quick. Monye for the post. He's punching the air.
It's the most special club to be a part of. It's the most exclusive club to be a part of. And the history, the players, everything it stands for. Rugby kind of straddles two different spheres. You've got the professional element of it, and then you've got some great amateur fundamental ethos. And I think the British and Irish Lions does an incredible job of twinning the two and running them in parallel. To be a part of a team which is far bigger in a sense of its higher purpose. It unites the very best of Britain and Ireland. I'm not just talking players, I'm talking coaches, fans, and everything alike. So to be a part of that history is something I'll never forget. So historically, players had found out through letters and phone calls. That didn't happen to me. It was announced on Sky Sports, and we were finding out in the same way the rest of the world were finding out. And then they said my name, and I was really torn with it, actually, if I was to be perfectly honest. I mean, of course, I was ecstatic, and everything on the inside wanted to celebrate. And of course, I was thrilled to bits. You know, it's a lifelong dream. Rang my mum, first person I rang, and she was just crying down the phone, and that was amazing. I was so emotionally drained from hearing that I was going to go on that tour and be part of the most special and the most exclusive rugby club in the history of rugby. But at the same time, like, if you're selected, that's a massive vote of confidence. And I didn't want to be a spectator on the tour. Like, I knew there was a lot of players on there who I looked up to. So the tour that I was on was the last of the legends of that last decade. O'Connell, O'Driscoll, O'Gara, your Martin Williams, your Adam Joneses, your Gethin Jenkins of this world, Simon Shaws. To be a part of that was amazing. So my mindset was to learn, to improve, to absorb, and to get better. And if I could fully apply myself, I'll give myself a shot. You know, I was going up against the world's best player at that time, Shane Williams. And I thought I'd kind of done everything that I could do to put myself in the best possible position to be able to be selected. I think whenever you play for the British and Irish Lions, the one thing it's important to do is actually just totally embrace the history. And it's unavoidable. The build up to it, being there, some of the people that come in and speak to you, like the Willie John McBrides and the Surrey and McGeekins, who was part of that tour, and in the changing room, above every station. So I wore number 11 that first test. It's got a list of the names of every single one of those legends, and you're looking at it and you're looking at history, but then you put the jersey on and you're stepping into history as well. So to be a Test Lion, that is the ultimate. You're playing against the world champions, the Tri-Nations champions on their home patch, and the worst feeling in the world is knowing that you probably should have won. Like, you know, you win and lose games. That's what elite rugby's about. That's what elite sport's about. But when you've not taken all your chances and opportunities and you haven't been yourself fully in the game, then that's a bitter pill to swallow. It really is. And I thought we prepped well. I thought our confidence was right. I thought we had the right game plan. We didn't take our chances. I didn't take my chances, you know, and that's what you're selected to do. So the third test for me was just an incredible day in itself, but also which provided the most special moment I've ever had on a rugby pitch, and the most special of jersey if you're British and Irish. I first picked up a rugby ball at age 13, and I fell in love with the game. I really did, and all I ever wanted to do was just have fun, and I guess that was probably a continual theme right throughout my career. You know, you want to play for your club, you want to play for your country, and then the moment you start achieving those things, the lines becomes really tangible. So when I look at that third test and the moment that I had in intercepting that ball from the 22 to the try line, it probably took, 6.5, 7 seconds. But for me to get to that point, to have that moment, it took me 13 years. Just raw emotion. Like, I was not in control of my body. I know I stuck my arms up in the air, and none of it's pre-planned. It was just how I felt. It was the greatest release. It wasn't just celebration. It felt like redemption at the same time. So I remember scoring that intercept and looking up. And honestly, it felt like you were playing in a home match. There was red jerseys everywhere, you know. So as much as we did it to put pride in the jersey and to do it for one another and as an appreciation for our efforts, the most important people in rugby are the fans, and the Lions have got the best fans in the world.